Yo, what's up, boys? We traded out the normal G-Wagon. Was like a black G-Wagon I had, I think, 2 days ago. We've been whipping this Brabus gray G-Wagon for the last couple days now. Check it out. Looks fucking sick. Can't lie. Got the Starlights to work as well. But anyway, that's not really too relevant to the topic of this video. I just want to pop in and talk about basically the concept of the fact that every human at the very core is just human, right? At the end of the day, at the very, very core of it, we're all really no different from each other, unless like you're autistic. If you're like sped autistic or you have like Down syndrome or like a literal like human disability off rip, you're nerfed off rip. Like, sad to say, you just are. That's the harsh reality. Nothing against like disabled people. I mean, I don't have an opinion on them, but actually I do have an opinion. I just can't share it really too much. But what's it called? At the very, very core, we're all just humans, okay? All this shit, these fucking cars, watches, dinners, Dubai, Miami, New York, Rolls Royce, whatever it may be, none of it's really too relevant at the very core of it, because at the end of the day, we're all just humans, and all this stuff is just an extension of like people's thoughts, whatever it may be. But at the very core, in a natural setting, all you have is you yourself, and that's it. So there's really nothing too much. Everything else is just a facade, and you kind of have to play into it to get to that natural goal, which is a bit paradoxical, because to be really happy you have to have like natural things, but to have natural things in this world you need to have money, which is unnatural. So it is what it is. But long story short, the very, very bottom core of it, every human being is the same. Now, at a high level, am I the same as most of you watching? At a high level, fuck no. You guys are much below me in every single like manner possible, right? You're just like beneath me for the most part. Most of you guys are. And that's like when you bring in worldly things like too much intelligence, understanding of certain concepts in business, technicality, computing skills, all these fucking little skills that are man-made. I am far ahead of the average person, far fucking ahead, far ahead of even like the top people, to be quite honest. I wouldn't be here if I wasn't. But am I better than you on a human level? No, because we're all just humans. It'd be delusional to say that I'm better than you, but you have, like, I wasn't fucking born with some like superhuman biology. I don't have like 2 livers. I'm the same as you. I have 1 liver, you have 1 liver. At the very end of the fucking day, we are all the literal same. And what's crazy is, the reason I'm saying that is because once you realize at the very, very core we're all the same, but on a high level we may be different, right? Some people might be more intelligent than others, blah blah blah. But at the very, very end of it, at the very core of all of our human I guess you say vessels, we are nothing but a vessel of flesh, bones, blood, whatever you want to call it, organs. That's all we are. So when it comes to business, how does this help you? You start to fucking realize nothing is complicated. Like, to get to 70, like in my position, I'm making 70K a month right now, right? Off my agency. How am I doing that? I have a certain amount of steps in place that I took to get to this goal. You don't just magically spawn at 70K a month. I never magically spawned at 10K a month when I started. I didn't magically spawn at these things. I didn't just happen to I didn't have fucking like I didn't have like Gandalf the wizard or whatever hop into my room and just get me to 10K a month. No, there were certain steps I took. Maybe it wasn't the most clean. Maybe it wasn't the most like concise, most efficient. I agree. I was cold calling. It is what it is. I cold called to hit 10K a month, but I hit it. So there are steps that I took to hit that goal. Now, once you realize at the very core of it, all of us are the exact same, and you need to take X amount of steps to hit Y amount of goals, you realize nothing is that difficult. Like, if I am able to do it, obviously I don't think everybody's able to do what I'm able to do, because it takes a certain type of person to do it. But what I'm saying is, everybody's capable of it. It just, some people don't have the ability to tap into it. It's like untapped potential. Some people have the ability to tap into it. Some people don't. It's like height. Everybody has the potential to be tall. Everybody, even short people, have the potential to be tall. Unless your parents are literal midgets. Everybody has the potential to be tall, like 6 foot plus. Everybody, 6 foot plus. I don't know why I can't talk today. Literally, I've been up since like, what the fuck is the time? It's 12 p.m. right now. I can't even. Let me show you. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's 12 p.m. right now. And I've been up for the last day at least. You know what I mean? So, just been grinding. That's a whole other separate fucking topic. Yeah, I've just been grinding, setting up client ad accounts. Always doing client ad accounts. That's literally what I always do. checking with clients, upselling, cross-selling, checking calls. Obviously, got to take care of the mentees. That's literally what it is for me. But anyway, besides the point, that's fucking separate. That's literally all my life is, honestly, at this point, like in Dubai. Literally agency, mentorship, and then ripping cars and having fun with my other friends who are also here. That's literally all it is, which is not bad at all. It's fucking nice. But staying awake for 24, 30 hours, you start seeing shit and start fucking slaughter. It's absolutely, I don't know. I wouldn't say stuttering your words. I guess you could say stuttering your words. You start just absolutely fucking losing it. But besides the fucking point, what I was gonna say is, we're all the same at the very, very root core, which means somebody who's able to, I took the example of the height thing, right? Take two people next to each other from different families. Everybody is capable of getting the 6 foot for the most part. Like if you're looking at raw genetics, raw diet, natural diet, like Ocean's Wonder Planets, these like scientists who actually know what the fuck they're talking about, not epidemiological studies that are cited from fucking Harvard, backed by, okay, I'm not gonna go into that, but you know what I'm gonna say if you know what I'm gonna say. If you look at the raw data, you know that everybody for the most part can hit 6 foot, right? It's just like development and like diet that fucks it up for most people. But you take two people side by side, right? One person has the potential to hit it, but they just don't eat enough to hit 6 foot. The other person has the potential and they eat enough to hit 6 foot, right? Same thing in business. Everybody has the potential and the capability to drag and drop stuff on Facebook Ads Manager. Everybody has a capability to pick up a phone, say words, express a certain amount of phrases, to then book meetings, to then close those meetings, to then onboard clients and drag and drop buttons for service delivery. Everybody has a capability for the most part, unless again you're fucking autistic. You have the entire fucking capability to do this. What is stopping you? What's stopping you is more so not on a physical level, more so on a mental level. And I'm not a big mindset woo manifestation type of guy, but you gotta understand, like, it's really not fucking difficult. And what I'm saying in this video is not like some profound, super in-depth esoteric knowledge, but it's more so something that's like hidden in plain sight. Each and every one of you, for the most part, could be sitting where I'm sitting today. You could be, all right? You could. I'm not saying you will be, but you could, technically. You're all able to. Just like the same way you're able to, at will, walk up and down a flight of stairs. You're at will able to sit where I am today, making the amount of money I'm making, going to the places I'm going, having the type of investments I have. Obviously not going to go into that, but you're able to do it. Everybody's able to do it on some sort of like level. Are you able to have a crypto wallet? Sure you are. Are you able to have some sort of understanding of an SMMA business model running yourself? Of course you are able to have it, but do you? No. So what do you need to do to get to my like level? All that's missing between me and you is I have a certain skill set that I'm deploying every day to be where I am today, right? You don't have that skill set. So what do you need to do to get that skill set? Number one, you could pay me and fucking get it. That's the easiest way you can get it. I can literally just give it to you, copy paste. That's one. Other method, you can just fuck around and find out by yourself. You could. All the things I'm telling you is available on the internet if you look hard enough. There are leaked courses. There are obviously my course isn't leaked, so you can't exactly fucking find it, but there are other variations of SMMA models you can run, and you'll make 10K a month. If that's what you want to do, you could do it, but what would take you maybe 1, 2, 3 weeks, with me, would take you maybe a year or 2, 3 years just off the internet. You know what I mean? Depends what you want to do. Point is, you need to find the information that is missing between you being yourself and you becoming, or you getting to the position that I'm in, right? You're here, I'm here, only thing in between is the information gap. So what do you need to do to get this information? Find it. How do you find it? Many fucking ways. My point with this is, like, to find the information, there's not like magical, you don't have to fucking go to your room, go to a mirror and like cast a spell or some stupid shit. You go to the real world, you find real world skills that I am employing on a daily fucking basis, or deploying on a daily fucking basis, then you copy those and you get to the same output that I have via the same inputs. It's really that simple. You do X, you get Z, or I mean, you do X, you get Y, whatever. It's really that simple. Stop overcomplicating and thinking there's so many more aspects to this. Just understand, if you do the same thing that I did to get to the steps that I like have kind of crossed, then you will do the exact same thing. There'll be no fucking difference. You do exactly what I did to get to the point where I am today, you will be where I am today. It's literally there's no misunderstanding here. You do what I did, you'll be where I am. That's it. So ask yourself, whether it's any goal, why are you overcomplicating it? Are there aspects of these goals that you don't think are achievable for whatever reason? Like, ask yourself why. If you don't think you can sit down and replicate the same amount of steps somebody else has replicated, then you might have like some sort of like mental disability, because everybody on this planet, no matter how retarded you are, like, I mean, it actually does kind of matter how retarded you are, but no matter how lazy you are, you have the capability to do what I'm doing. You just haven't tapped into it. So ask yourself why you think what I'm doing is not really possible, because if you knew for 100% like certainty that getting rich off an SMMA model, social media marketing agency, was possible, or whatever model, ecom, what else is there, like, I don't know, fucking reselling, well, it's kind of the same thing, give or take, crypto, trading, forex, whatever. If you knew all these models had a 100% hit rate, you would do it, right? Because you know it's 100% going to work. Why are you not doing it though, as in your position right now? Because you know you don't have that 100% certainty. Why don't you have the 100% certainty? In my opinion, when I started SMMA, in my eyes, it was like, look, there's a certain amount of steps you take to get to X amount of goal. To hit 10K a month, you need to have 4 clients paying 2.5K a month each. Obviously, how do you get 4 clients? I had a 50% close rate. You need 8 sales calls. How do you book 8 sales calls? Go on the fucking loop, right? Obviously, that didn't work out for me that way whatsoever. I didn't charge 2.5K retainers off rip. I charged 3K for 3 months, or 1.5K retainers, which is pretty fucking trash, but that was the beginning, right? It doesn't matter. Point is, I realized very quickly, like, first of all, I have an advantage in my opinion, I'd say, because on a higher level, I believe I'm better than everybody else and I'm more intelligent than them. But on a very, like, physical, human level, I'm the same as everybody else. We have the same organs, we have the same fucking bodily functions, we have the same, like, I don't know, arteries through all of our bodies, the same brain stems. We have the same everything. Only thing different is the way I choose to think about stuff. You know what I mean? And that's what gave me a fucking massive advantage. And I think intelligence is genetic to an extent, but you can also train intelligence. You really can. I'm just glad that I was born with intelligent parents, and I'm fucking super intelligent. So, besides the point, I quickly realized there's like a very certain amount of steps you have to take to hit X goal. Then what did I do? I started hunting for those missing steps. Step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to hit 10K a month. I found the steps, took the steps, hit 10K a month. It was that fucking simple. It is really not much more deep than that. Because if you do exactly, there are a certain amount, this is a very extreme example, but if you want to break your leg, for example, right, if you are playing soccer and there are certain protocols you have to avoid to break your leg. Let's talk about the protocols to break your leg, right? Obviously, you don't want to do it on purpose, but let's just talk about it. If you want to break your leg, run and plant your leg at a flat angle so all your, like, I guess, pressure's on your knee. This is how people tear their ACLs, meniscus, all this stuff, because I know it happened to me in football. When I was playing American football in high school a couple years ago, I tore my meniscus. It's completely fine now, it's healed up, but I know exactly how it is to tear that, like, part of your body. There are a certain amount of steps you take to basically tear that, not ligament, is it ligament? Yeah, I guess you call it ligament. There are a certain amount of steps you take to tear that ligament. Am I saying to take those steps? Obviously fucking not. I'm not telling you to go fucking break your leg. But understand this concept. If there are a certain amount of steps to break your leg, and everybody has the same bodies, everybody has the same, like, meniscus, tissues, whatever, if everybody can replicate the same thing for that, why can't everybody replicate the same thing for business? What is different by business, person to person? What is different? How will SMMA change as a core concept, as a stable variable, for me as to somebody else? The model will always be the same. You're providing local service ads. That's a better way to say this, actually. You're providing literal one-on-one, full, like, in-depth help in terms of Facebook ads for local service-based businesses, and they're just paying you in return a kind of a cut of the entire profit that you make them. That's it. How is that model going to change in and of itself? How is that model going to know, oh, okay, Aditya is going to try the model out now? How is it going to know if somebody named, like, Johnny's going to try the model out today? It'll never fucking know. The model is not, it's not sentient. There's nothing the model's going to judge you with. It's you. It's all on you. The model is the model. How are you going to apply yourself to it? And then that's where you realize, look, the model is the model. There's X amount of steps to get to Y amount of goals. Take the steps, hit the goals. That's it. The model it's never changing. You are ever changing. So you pick how you want to look at things, but in my opinion, you have the ability to do pretty much anything you want because there's always X amount of steps to get to Y amount of goals. And as long as you can figure out those steps and reverse engineer them from the goal, unless like you have no ability to do things in life, you should be able to get those goals done because you know how to get those steps done, right? And you're good. You're fucking set. So, bottom line, boys, I know what I said may seem a bit like, honestly, a bit sped to some of you because it's like this guy's just saying, yeah, there's steps to hit a goal. Yeah, of course. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because a lot of you guys make things a lot more fucking difficult than it has to be. Stop overcomplicating stuff. Why? There is a certain amount of steps to make this much amount of money. Why can't you do these technical inputs that other people have done? What is different between you and them at a core concept? Why can't you drag and drop buttons the same way other people do? Why can't you talk to a prospect on a sales call that the framework that I use or somebody else who is successful uses? Why can't you? Figure out the problem, fix it, get back on track. Micro adjust, get back on track. If you can't do that and you're not willing to do that, then you don't deserve to get rich, okay? You don't deserve to have that natural human instinctual freedom. And that's fine. There's always winners and losers in life, which is good. Besides the point, my camera, just for the SD card limit, it just cut off. But what I'm trying to say is nothing is ever too difficult to figure out. Find the steps, hit the goals, that's it. And apart from that, boys, I will catch you in the next video.